Good morning, everybody, or afternoon. Sorry I'm doing this a little later than normal. I had my 2 week video therapy session. It's actually going pretty good. I'm sorry if right now I'm seeming a little. I was put off by a lot of comments that I just read, and one particular person who seems to be the shit stir was just removed from privileges. I already said once, and I'm going to say it again. I'm not dealing with people who are going to be negative or shit stirrers. I only got what seemed like three questions, or three things that I want to deal with. First off, Oreo is a good fit. She's a great dog. Yes, I know what breed she is and what needs to be done with her. I'm the one who basically said to Jerry, and then of course the vet confirmed it, no people food. Jerry doesn't care. Jerry's going to give her what Jerry wants. Jerry does what she wants no matter what anybody tells her, which is a problem mostly with Jerry. She wants her happiness, and she doesn't care who she denies their happiness or anything like that. She is wanting to be her own person and not wanting to be controlled. I don't want to be controlled either, but she likes to try to control me, and I'm just done with that. I've been putting my foot down more and more. But Oreo's a good dog. I have no problems with Oreo. She just gets a little rambunctious sometimes and forgets what little I can train her to do. So get off that. If you don't like what you see on Jerry's channel with Oreo, don't watch it. Don't watch her channel. Don't watch Oreo. Just leave that alone. That's on us. The other thing was someone was talking about the cancer treatment after our trip. Yes, when we get back from our trip, we are going to start the treatment again. We're going to restart and whatnot. We were waiting for the wounds on her back, the back sores, to heal up enough to start doing her treatment again, which her doctor's been wanting to do for the last week or two. The other thing is, well, actually four, because I just remembered one. The other thing is driving to New York. Well, the plan was to drive straight to New York. Me and Jerry would switch off. She would drive through the big cities. I would drive through the open country. But because of an incident within the family, not a bad incident, just family being family, which I can totally understand. The idea now, which we had to make a decision on the fly, is to drive from here to Ohio. In Ohio, we're either going to stay with a family member or in a hotel for less than, I think it was like $68 or something like that for the hotel we normally stay at. And then the next morning, finish the trip off and arrive like either a day before or probably the day before we're supposed to depart for our trip. So some of our plans have kind of altered. The night before the trip is the only night that I can think of would be a hard time to stay someplace because of the expense of hotels in New York. Everything in New York is expensive. That comes to the final and fourth item, the money aspect. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it because we have contingencies. And what I mean by that is to basically rob Peter to pay Paul. Now, what I mean by that is we have money. It's just, because of my personality, I get concerned and overestimating on finances. That's why I don't do the finances, because I am not good with that. That, and we have a family savings for our usual summer trip to Ohio. Now, the amount of money that's in that account that was set up by the family and was put into by the family, we've never touched it for anything, because we put it in mom's name. The reason why we put it in mom's name is for purposes that are not anybody else's information. It's not important for you to know why. And no, it's not through Sally per, usual. No, this is not a person. This is not from Sally. This is from a joint family account in her name. We had to do a lot of rearranging of finances for a lot of different reasons. Some of them I don't know, some of them I do know, and what I do know is, not for the general public. You guys can make your own speculations. I don't care. But, like I said, somebody who's stirring up trouble and just trying to make negative comments, and then all the other people who wanted to follow that person, is no longer with us. She will not be out of purgatory. She will remain unable to make comments. And if she wants to go off and make her own website with all the negativity that's in her already, that's fine. It's fine and dandy. But this is another warning. If anything comes across that feels negative or stirring up negative opinions and whatnot, that person who started it goes bye-bye. I'm not playing games. Obviously, Miss Denham, or whatever her name was, did not get the point. Now she does. Because I don't need your negative comments or opinions. As my brother-in-law says, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. Well, I don't want yours. I've got one of my own. I got a big asshole. Because that's what I am. I'm a big asshole. Piss me off and see how big I get. But I don't care if you want to make comments. That's fine and dandy. I asked questions. I got a bunch of comments. I surmised those 3 comments from what I was reading. And it did not make me happy because of Miss Denham and all her flunkies. If you think I did wrong, well, that's your opinion. That's your thoughts. Keep them to yourself, because I don't care. What I decide to do with my channel is what I decide to do with my channel. And if all the people who came on here and helped my numbers go up don't like it, well, that's fine, Danny, because I'm not here for the numbers. I'm not really here for the numbers. And sometimes I'm not even here for the money. Sometimes I'm here just to speak my piece and go about my day. Yeah. And I got a smudge on my glasses. I need to get my glass cleaner. But, I'm not here to entertain negative thoughts. I saw how I was going when people were feeding me negative thoughts and I was buying into it. No. I'm actually kind of sorry that Diane and JPH1 or JHP1, I can't remember what it is. Declan. Just shoot. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, I'm sorry. But anyhow, they haven't done any lives lately. They, both Jacqueline. Yeah, I'll just say her real name. Both Jacqueline and Diane are having problems of their own because of the various hate groups that decided to jump on them because, one, they were having live chat sessions where I was able to communicate with them, And I think they were just unhappy that they were being polite and nice to me. They were being good people. Um, that's fine. You know, that's on the people who are being negative to Diane and Jacqueline. I really don't like it. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if the GV has some sort of, darn it, some sort of chat room of their own for those people, and I really think it's sick. I just really I'm tired of people who want to be negative and just demeaning and put downish and just, hey, I read the opinions about Oreo, and I'm gonna say that you guys are wrong. I mean, yeah, I believe somewhat that Jerry got the dog not for me, but more for her as a support dog. A lot of you want to say that she got it because she got Oreo because of the child she could not bear. Um, that's science. That's medical science, and I can't get my head around it either. But I am I am tired of people who want to put Jerry down on my channel. I'm tired of people who just want to be downers. I'm not playing with that. I'm not playing that game no more. You want to try to be a downer? Well, then you can. You can take your opinions and whatnot and go shove it down a different hole because I won't accept it. Jerry won't accept it if she reads it because I don't know if she's reading anything from her channel nowadays. But I've already got my ducks in a row when it comes to this trip. I've already got my money. I've already got the things that I need for this trip. Um, all we have to do is decide how we're packing it. I know some things are going to get packed in my my over the shoulder bag. No, I don't have one anymore. But I say I wish I had a fanny pack, but I don't have one of those. Um, but I am. I'm just tired of people questioning how I'm doing certain things. Yes, I did make comments about some financial hardships, but those hardships are no longer hardships because they're being taken care of. And no, they're not being taken care of. Mom, I would not have her. No, I would not have her use the um, trip money that we have built up for our bills. Now, house bills maybe, but not our personal bills. And thankfully, most of our personal bills are diminishing very quickly. The cards are gone. We went through our credit card drawer and just got rid of a ton of credit cards and removed the information from my phone and Jerry's phone because we are not, once they're paid off, they're dead. They're useless. We're just going to pay it off and say thank you. You can close the account now. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about your opinion about it because, far as I'm concerned, yes, I may speak about my financial stressors and whatnot, but those are stressors for me. They're not actual money problems. They're my concern and worry. But since my concern and worry is being taken care of, I don't have those stressors no more, and I don't need anybody belligerent us or bad mouthing us because of our past mistakes. I learned from my past mistakes, and I did not want to get to this point, but a certain somebody just doesn't get it through her head. We don't need a buttload of credit cards. We don't need anything that's going to cause our financial stressors to pop up. But that's, you know, that's in the past. And oh, I'm still getting comments, so I might have more. Dang it, I might have more Q&A tomorrow. I don't know, but I am not happy with a lot of things that people said from my last video because one, they were jumping down the rabbit hole of Miss Denham. Um, I'm not, Miss Denham had a lot of personal opinions about a person about people that she didn't know jack squat about except for whatever she surmised from the videos. And I'm like, okay, yes, my videos have a lot of information that can go two different directions. It depends on the person who's reading or listening to the video on what direction they're going to go, negative or positive. You can be neutral too. I don't care if you're going to be neutral, but don't make your videos or your comments sound like a bunch of hoo-ha, bunch of garbage. Because, as far as I'm concerned, when you start making negative comments about me or my family, that just means that you're full of garbage, and I don't want it. I've been trying to get rid of it for a couple months now. I've actually tried to get rid of it once before, but I did not have the positive reinforcement. I did not have the proper medications. I did not have a lot of things to help support me. You would think my wife would be more supportive, but I don't feel it anymore, which I'm hoping this vacation that we're going on, this cruise that we're going on, helps us get back together and become more the way we were when we first met without all the hullabaloo. I didn't care what not her parents. I didn't care what her family's opinion was of me back then. I still don't. I speak my mind and I speak my piece, and if people don't like it, that's not my problem. And I'm not going to apologize for my feelings or my opinions or my ability and courage to voice them. I can tell you a bunch of horror stories that I had to deal with because of her family when I got there. And I tell you what, I mean, other than her younger brother, who just I ignored most of the time because he didn't know better. He wasn't old enough to know better. But, he was old enough to know better, but he wasn't as bad until he got out of college. But, her sister, Alicia seemed a little bit more neutral. And I think one of the things that surprised them before we left, before we left New York, was I got to the point where I just got so sick and tired of it. I finally started speaking my piece and not giving two rats' asses. But I am not. I'm done. I'm done being tolerant. I'm done sitting back and just letting people, walk over me like I'm a doormat, or treat my family like garbage. Even though sometimes, I may or may not agree with them, I still don't like it. I might agree on some of your guys' comments or opinions towards my wife because they're true. But when they're not true, or you're speaking out of your ass, I will let you know. I will either let you know on a video like today, or I might just go, you know what? You have no clue what's going on. See you later. Bye-bye. I'm done. Simple as that. It's not because of the factor it's like, oh man, that's really, really true and hits to the core. It's because of your negative tone, your negative words. No. if you want to do it as a neutral, that's fine and dandy. But when you do it aggressively and very negatively, I don't care. You're gone. Simple as that. Now, as for talking about the cruise and food oriented, no, I haven't talked about just food on the cruise. There's a lot of it's virtually a floating city. It has, like any city, it has the restaurants, it has its entertainment, it has a recreation. You know, food just happens to be one of the things I get orientated on because it's a feel good thing. I don't eat my emotions. I eat to feel good, and I know when to stop and when to continue. But it has nothing to do with food, just food. It's just one of the big things that their video showed with all their different. They've got spas. Massage, uh, bingo night where you can win prizes. They've got a lot of different things besides just food. It's just I like the variety of foods that you can get on a cruise. To me, food is one of those things where you like it or you don't like it. But if you like it, you're going to talk about it. You're going to want more. In fact, one person said, how many Norwegian cookbooks can you have? And my answer to them was as many as I want. I don't know. The two Norwegian Scandinavian type cookbooks that I have. One is an actual cookbook where it's all different recipes. One is called the Nordic Way, which is everything from lifestyle to foods, to comfort, ways of being happy. It's not about just food. It's got a little bit of everything. So I'm just like, that's what I wanted to do. Because I'm going to have a lot of time to myself. I think I'm going to bring American Cozy and something else to read and a notepad. Probably this three subject notepad. Because I think I'm going to start going through American Cozy, especially to start writing down notes. Because Jerry and I were talking about when we get back that we were going to do an even thorough purge in each room. Of course, we're going to have to go and clean rooms before we can do the purge, but I'm hoping the notes from American Cozy will help Jerry understand the ideas or concepts, because I hate to say this, but I think what it is she's starting to, in her mind, she is starting to prep or do things to make it easier for when she passes, how to deal with the stuff that's still in the house. Because I've got a couple things in this room that are probably going back to New York for family. Some of it I don't know. But anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and get off because it's almost 1 o'clock and I got to think about foods, dinners, what we're going to do. I'm thinking about taking the chicken that I have and grilling that up and making something with that. Got to figure out side dishes. But anyhow, my biggest issue with the comments today where it was just how some of them seem so negative, and you all are concerned about the dog. You're concerned about Jerry. You're concerned about things that, I mean, okay, if you're a member of Jerry's channel, that's fine and dandy. Go talk to Jerry about your concerns for her. Because my biggest problem I'm having lately, and nobody seems to be getting the picture, is I am busting my butt for nearly, I don't want to say 12 because that's too short. I want to say close to 14 to 16 hours a day, even when I'm at work. I'm busting my ass. I'm busting my ass here at the house. I'm busting my ass at work, even though I've got a bad back and I probably shouldn't be doing what I've been doing lately. I've got health issues up the wazoo that I don't talk about because, as far as I'm concerned, it's most of it is just minor. But when my back, from my lowest lumbar to the middle of my shoulder blades, even my shoulder blades, are hurting like a son of a bitch, I don't want to do nothing, and I'm cranky, and I'm just not me. But nobody seems to give a rat's ass about that. No, nobody. Nobody except for me and my doctors. My insurance company will not cover PT, so I'm going to have to call up my doctor or the PT people and say, look, okay, I understand. One, the insurance won't cover it, so I can't do it. I don't have the money right now to do PT. Is there any documentations or paperwork that I can take home and use at home and do PT at home myself? That might even encourage Jerry to do her PT because I know she's not doing hers. But y'all want to harp on me about about negativity or whatever it is you've got an issue with, whether it's the way I talk about the dog, the way I talk about my wife. Y'all don't care about me. You're just on here to I mean, there's probably a handful of people that are on here. And I don't mean like a handful, like half a dozen. I'm talking about maybe, half, if not 3/4. Yeah, 3/4 of you guys. 50 to 75% of you guys have been here with me for a very long time, and you voice your opinions. Oh, yeah. You care about both of us. But the other 25 to 50% of you are just on here to dig up information for, whatever negative group is out there, or you just want to harp and be negative on my channel. And I'm like, I have been trying to be as positive as possible for quite some time now. Now that I've got the pain medication that I needed, my back doesn't hurt me as much. It just feels like a slight twinge to just somebody not digging their knuckles into my back, but just scraping my back with their knuckles. I'm just me, and if I decide that I don't want to be negative, well, that's my choice. It's also my choice to remove the negativity from this channel. And one of y'all already found out. I'm not playing games. I'm not goofing off. I'm not playing games. I'm not second guessing myself. I'm not allowing your negativity to drag me down into your level of negativity. No. If I want to be negative, I can find a lot of different things to be negative. The state of the nation, the state of the world, the stupid emails I get, the laziness of my coworkers from the morning time. The fact that the difficulty of getting an RV. I've got enough things I can think about that can make me negative and miserable, and guess what? I'm not letting it happen. I'm not worried about it. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If If we get back from the cruise, get our debt to income ratios stabilized. And no, I'm not saying that I'm hurting for money or anything like that. I'm just saying that because of the weirdness of my job and its hours bouncing around right now, there are good paydays and there are bad paydays. It depends on how many hours I get to work. Sometimes just thinking about all the things that Jerry said that was going to happen, or one thing or another that Jerry did or said, can make me, negative or miserable. I'm not letting that affect me. The dog's hyperactivity, yeah, it's annoying and whatnot, but I'm not going to, get upset and abusive or anything like that, because not all animals understand why they're getting disciplined. I don't need help being negative. I need help being positive. If you want to be negative, just take it someplace else. Before YouTube, you know what I used to do? I would just go play a video game or listen to an audiobook or something where I can just sit down, sit back, and relax. Sometimes it's not all that easy because of the way my wife can be, but that's the way it is. Anyhow, I gotta go wash these because there's something sticky on the one lens. I don't know if that's from my tea or what. But, questions are acceptable. I love trying to do Q&As. I love trying to do them, especially when it's an obvious question or the wording is a inquiry but no question. It doesn't have a question mark. It's just like, why are you knitted? Or I forgot what the two of them that I saw that were like, that sounds like a question or something I need to answer. But one of the things I noticed is a lot of the inquiries were about the latter half of the film, or latter half of the video from last week, and there was very little focus on the fullness of that video. You just picked and choose, which is fine. But just know this, everything on my end is good. So I'm not worried about it. So I will bid you guys a farewell. You know what to do. Thumbs up, thumbs down, question, comment, positive. If you're not a member, you can click on the subscription button, hit the bell, and you'll become a member, and YouTube will let you know what's going on. So until next time, see you guys later. Bye.